Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'd like to shift things a little bit around, and actually we have a bit of content drought because CitizenCon is incoming, so I thought it will be a good idea to actually get into detail which we have in around the verse. So basically I have a video playing along with me and I will just comment with it as we go. So here we actually see the cargo which I talked about in the latest around the verse. It looked very cool and I didn't think they were so far already ahead, but basically what they were saying is that we can actually get it automatically inside our ships and it will arrange on the optimal way whatever they want to have that and how it fits. And you can also drag all the cargo manually, so you can just pick it up and just put it somewhere else. But I can imagine if you have lots of cargo, you want to do it automatically and just everything will arrange by itself. But if you have more like specific cargo and perhaps very valuable cargo, then perhaps you want to do it manually because, for example, you want to have all the the most costly stuff you want to have near your cockpit, for example, so you can better defend it. And the more bulky stuff, which is inexpensive, you can easily have it on the rear exit doors or whatever, so if it gets broken, actually that gets out of the way, and so you can arrange it a little bit. So here we got the Ursa rover coming up. There was some interior shots and exterior shots which they showed. Looks very amazing, it looks very cool. We actually saw it extensively as well in the Gamescom demo, which was quite interesting. They actually talked a bit about how they did the wheels and stuff, that they actually fold, and how the turret is going into a fold mode as well, so it actually fits in the Andromeda like they promised in the Andromeda commercial. That was, kind of a challenge, they said. I think it was a very interesting way how to approach things, and I'm actually very happy that they didn't extend the cargo bay from the Andromeda or the Constellation at all, because I think the size is pretty much perfect and spot on. So the Ursa is basically a car where there can be multiple people in. Since it's very compact and stuff, actually the cockpit folds as well, so you can actually have your legs stretched and you can actually take a seat. Very cool. Actually everything about the car, everything about the Ursa rover can fit and do something, which is very cool. So here you can actually see the seats can also fold, so you get more space, and as you can see the wheels are realistically moving on the terrain. There is space dust, there is sand, very cool. I think there are still ways to go, and they actually said it as well, like, okay, we're still progressing, we still have to do a lot better. Also when the planetary tech version 2 is in, so you got rivers, you got more mountains, you get probably different weather conditions. All has to be very responsive into each other, and for example if you drive in the snow it has to be a little bit different. Here you can actually see a guy also shooting out of the back. I hope it will have a little bit more cool stuff as well. So example, if the car actually makes a turn, then the guy who is actually shooting also has to fight the G-forces. Now we get straight into the Dragonfly. It's mostly, a little bit in the same landscape as the Ursa rover. It's actually to drive on the land or actually float on the land with this thing. Very cool as well. I actually bought a couple of them for my friends as well, just in case. I think it looks very cool. Has 3 modes as well, so you got a space mode, so you can actually fly in space. You got a mode where you can actually travel on the land of the planet, and you got a compact mode where you actually make it as small as possible and fit it in anything you want to fit it in. So it's actually super small. Also, which is not shown off anywhere yet, at least they talked about it, but they didn't show it off yet, is that you can actually take a second passenger on the rear. First of all, he can sit there, and hopefully soonish they can also carry a weapon and actually shoot. The concept images right there is actually very cool. There you can really see all the detail they're thinking about and see all this nitty gritty stuff. And really amazing. CIGs never ceases to amaze me right there. So here we can also see the Dragonfly on the terrain, just a little bit like the Ursa rover is doing. It feels very good. They actually inspired by Harley Davidson, or Harley, yeah, whatever. I'm not familiar with the brand. Shame on me, I know. But they actually had a kickstart where you just turn on the Dragonfly and it has like a very, very nice sound. Then they actually said, okay, we actually have to make this feel as natural as possible. What is the difference between a car and a bike? Well, with a bike you actually have a connection with the road. So for example, if you are on land, on a road or on sand or on ice, it feels very different. Also, you can feel all the wobbles and all the hills and stuff, which is, well, you can feel with a car as well, but with a motorcycle you can feel it much more. So I think they really did a good inspiration on that. And here we can actually see the modes which is changing. So here we got the big mode, and then we got the compact mode, which I showed as well. As you can see here, a little bit more of a drive-by. I like the cockpit so far. It actually is very much in line with the Cutlass right now. I hope it still has a lot of ways to go, because the cockpit of the Cutlass is not done yet. So that has to be done first. And when that actually is done, I hope it will be a lot better, because I don't think it looks too good. I mean, it's in line with the Cutlass cockpit, but I hope it still has some few iterations to go. And well, they tried their best to make it a little bit fancier. That's what I hope, but I'm not sure if they're aiming for that. So next up, we actually got the most interesting part in the Around the Verse from this week. We actually take a good look at the derelict ships, which we also got shown at the Gamescom event. This just looks amazing. This is really where you can see Star Citizen come alive. This Starfarer, the sheer massive ship, fully damaged, catastrophic failure. The outside of the ship and the inside of the ship, well, it really blows me away. And what's even more interesting is that in this Around the Verse, they didn't only show the Starfarer, they also showed a bit about the Cutlass, which, well, have good faith that we hopefully see the rework of the Cutlass soon. Also, the derelict ship stuff is just looking very cool. Has come a very long way as well. Here you can actually see in the shot some physics going on with the clothing, where the guy is just sitting right there. Here you actually see the Starfarer blending into some massive sandstorm. Here you can see some more physics as well on the clothing right there. Really cool. So when it's windy, you can actually see all the clothing go haywire, and when it's not windy, it actually stands very still. And well, I think it adds to the game. I think it really does. So yeah, that was pretty much it for Around the Verse for this week. I hope you like this new approach for me to deliver a bit of content and hopefully save you guys some time, and hopefully, well, inspire you a bit to join the discussion and let you guys think about stuff which you didn't think about yet. So if you liked it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!